Hey everybody, how's my intro go? Hey everybody, my name is Shadowsense and you're watching Sakura Spirit. We just passed out on the grass watching the stars with Elder Sama. And it looks like Narumi, who we had a couple of sexy exchanges with earlier, found us. How long do you think he's been out here? Must have been a while. His clothes are soaked with morning dew. As I drifted back into consciousness, I heard Narumi and Mio talking nearby. Their voices sounded hushed, as though they were far away. I briefly considered jumping up and scaring them, but my body was not going to let me. Maybe you should poke him? Hikage, there's no need for that. Takahiro-san, wake up, you lazy slob. Hey, there's the thumbnail. I groaned as my eyes finally opened, the early rays of the rising sun making me raise a hand to conceal my eyes from the bright light. Ah! Bright light! Go away! Ah, natural light! I was usually quite the morning person, but having fallen asleep under the starry sky, I wasn't exactly in familiar surroundings. Did the Valkyrie come to take me off to Valhalla? Heh, he's talking gibberish. Do you intend to lie around all morning, or do you plan on being useful? They're warrior angels who come down from the heavens to pick up the souls of fallen warriors who have fought heroic battles. Not that I plan on dying anytime soon. You are no warrior, and neither is Narumi. Did you become an even bigger idiot overnight? This is exactly why I need to train you both. None of you are warriors yet, but with my help, you will both become fine, noble warriors capable of handling anything. I liked her more when she was drunk. It'll be an honor to learn from you, Sensei. Yes, ma'am. Maybe Takahiro-kun could teach both of us some of his moves. An excellent suggestion, Narumi. I believe he is a competent fighter, and learning more than simply how to use a weapon, but to fight without one too, would be a very convenient skill to have. However, work cannot begin like this. You need to get changed, eat, and wake up. Get to it! But the grass is kind of soft here, and the view is pretty nice. Yeah, but if we leave, these mountains will disappear. That's a convincing argument, Narumi-chan. But I wonder, which mountain would be the most difficult to climb? Mount Mio or Mount Narumi? Oh, that's dirty. Enough of this idiotic banter, you bumbling buffoon of a boy. Mio-sensei, can I ask you something? What is it? Ugh, that voice is hard. We've been overwhelmed by the power of your soon. Could you please bless us with your dare once in a while? You'd like that too, wouldn't you, Narumi-chan? You might need to explain that. I don't really know what that means. Sorry, Takahiro-kun. Never mind, don't worry about it. I'm just saying, she should be less of a meanie pants and show us a bit of love and affection. What happened to motivating your troops? Meanie pants? Will you stop making such ridiculous comments? I ought to slap some respect into you. Throat tickling. Angry Mio. Kinda missed the Mio I saw at the hot springs yesterday. That was something completely unrelated. You don't know what you're talking about. Stop saying such embarrassing things. Jeez. A personality disorder? What? As if one was bad enough, you saying we've got two Mios wandering around? Just wait, Narumi-chan. Soon we'll have a whole army of Mios. Stop it! Stop it! Shut up, both of you! Right this instant! This is getting ridiculous! The girl, who was now blushing brightly, turned her back to me and stormed off with a huff, her arms closed indignantly. Guess I better get up before she decides to return and kick me into gear. Thanks for a wake-up call, Narumi-chan. After apologizing to Mio, explaining that it was merely a joke, the girl had decided that she wanted to treat each of us personally. We both waited for Mio to show up for the first part of the program, which was to take place in the town square. It reminded me of a training camp at the dojo, although I had the feeling that this was about to turn out to be more fun. As we waited, I noticed that preparations were being made for what looked like a festival. I asked Narumi about it, and she told me that it was an annual celebration happening a few days from now. As we chatted, Mio turned up, sword in hand, with a faint smirk upon her face. Perfect! It seems like you're ready! If there is something every warrior needs, it's strength and discipline. With this in mind, let us start running laps around the village. Oh no, not laps. That's all? Yes, and those who slack off will be punished. Now run! Without any warning, Mio drew her sword and pointed it at the two of us. Cringing, Narumi tugged at my arm, making it clear that our teacher wasn't joking. It's 2 in the morning, words is hard. I feel like I say that every episode though. Let's get down to it, shall we? We have to defeat the Huns. Oh no, she's enjoying this far too much. We will defeat those spirits. Oh boy. Quit your yapping and get to running, unless you're eager to feel the edge of my sword. Ugh, yeah, she's totally enjoying. Come on, Takahiro-kun, let's get going. She's not going to be reasoned with like this. She's a freaking drill sergeant. As I started to run alongside Narumi, I decided to finally take the exercise seriously. All things considered, I was surprised at the pace Narumi was running at. Even though I felt like I could brag a bit about my own physical strength, her stamina was clearly superior to mine. After several hours of running, I found myself on my back. My breathing was ragged and heavy while Narumi was still standing upright, although visibly exhausted judging from her panting. Mio had also been keeping up with us, and while she was panting too, she still looked fit to fight and ready to go. Do you do this every day? Not every day, no. Otherwise we would get no patrolling done. But I cannot fault you for your spirit. You both did well. That was harder than anything we've ever done before. I wouldn't be surprised if Mio-san ends up being the final boss someday. Your strength and stamina are clearly beyond human capabilities. Clearly? Maybe she's some kind of spirit, here to be mean to us on a superhuman level. Narumi, how would you like to run 10 more laps around the village? No, I'm sorry, Great Mio. Please forgive me, I was just kidding. You think we'll be allowed a break if we pray to the almighty guardian spirit of this village? I eyed Mio as I attempted to hold back my smile, clapping my hands together in prayer. Narumi giggled and followed my example. Oh, mighty Mio-sama, you who watch over this village, please bless us with a short break. Maybe a lot of money and a beautiful wife and... Okay, break is fine. You two idiots want to break that badly? Fine, I have an idea. Elder-sama needs his baths cleaned. That ought to loosen you up for the next part of the training. Hear that, Narumi-chan? We get to play at the hot springs. I don't know what happened there. Yay! Clapping my hands one final time, I took Narumi and Mio's hands by surprise and dragged the two girls towards the village elder's house. What are you doing? Let go of me right this instant! Mio-san, it won't do you any good to be serious like that all the time. Let's have some fun! The three of us quickly reached the hot springs, and were soon preparing to begin our work. However, it didn't take long for the somewhat serious cleaning work to turn into a series of silly games as I started chasing Narumi around with a soap-soaked sponge, shouting in a nefarious tone. I'm the soap monster! Prepare to be washed, foolish warrior! Haha, no! The evil soap spirit has appeared. Do not fear, citizens of Hot Spring Village. Chia! The girl grabbed her mop and thrust it forward, brandishing it like Mio would have her katana. I am the village's protector, Cinderino Mio. I will vanquish all who oppose me. Will you two stop messing around? We have work to do. It's the dreadful Mio, nemesis of all spirits. Today is the day you fall. Chia! Never! I will defend this place until my last breath. Ha! Brandishing her mop in a candid fashion, she clearly didn't mean to do any real harm. Using my sponges, I batted it away with ease. Then today shall be your last. I told you to knock it off! I laughed menacingly when a playful push from Narumi caught me off guard. I staggered backwards, my foot slipping on a bar of soap. With a startled yelp of surprise, I felt myself topple over backwards, bumping into Mio. As I lost my balance completely, I let go of the sponge, sending it flying towards Narumi, who caught it on the face. I moved forwards to apologize to the woman, when from behind me I heard a yelp and a loud splash. Uh-oh. I don't want to look, do I? Oh boy. Please tell me that doesn't need to be censored. I don't think it does. I think it's fine. Can't technically see nips, so it's fine. As I slowly turned around, my fears seemed to have been confirmed. Pulling herself from the water was Mio, soaked from head to toe. The anger that radiated off her made her look like the devil himself. You too! I'm sorry. It was Takahiro-kun's fault. He started it. Traitor, you can't blame me for... My eyes caught sight of Mio's clothes, which I finally noticed had turned see-through. I bet he did so he could see you soaking wet like that, like last night. That wasn't part of the plan. What? Plan? He's joking. It was just a joke. Seriously, Takahiro-kun and I were just playing around. It was an accident. Please forgive us. Yeah, you should forgive us. We were just having a bit of fun. We didn't mean to have it turn out like this. He's right. I told you both not to play around. I told you both to keep working. Hikage, I will deal with you later. Leave. Takahiro, you need to be punished now. What? That's not fair. It was an accident. It was an honor to have fought alongside you, Narumi-chan. My will has not yet been written, but I leave all my belongings to anyone who wants it. I'm not leaving. If you're going to punish him, punish me too. Besides, I bet you're only doing this because you want to spend more time with him. What? That's ridiculous. Whatever gave you that idea? I don't even like him. Besides, you're the one spending too much time with him. Hold on, what are you talking about? Ha! You admit it. You're jealous because I get to spend more time with him than you. Busted. That's complete nonsense. I just want to spar with him. Shut up, Narumi. Takahiro, prepare yourself. We're going to spar right now, without Narumi and her big butt interrupting us. Hey, now I know you're jealous. My figure is divine. Spar? Right here? Right now? But you're soaked. A warrior should not worry about such things. Battles can be fought in the lashing rain or beneath the burning sun, but they must be fought. Pfft, she just wants to show off her goods. I'm going to regret this. I'm not going to regret this. I sighed deeply as I took on a combative stance, certain that something was going to end up going wrong. Soaked as she was, fighting against me, someone who uses grapples and throws? She was practically asking for trouble. This is a perfect opportunity. Sometimes your greatest strength can come down to your worst enemy, or it can become your worst enemy. Get in here, Takahiro. We will spar like this, knee-deep in water. This will be a fine test of your skills. The girl made her way to the edge of the water and grabbed a discarded mop. It took a lot of willpower not to glance at her soaked figure as her clothes clung to her body. I eventually made it to the water, taking a defensive stance as she moved back towards the center of the pool. Narumi, if you interfere, I will inform Elder-sama of the fate of his dearly beloved old teddy bear, the one you use as a... no one has to hear anything. Fine, I'll stay put. You'll need someone to haul your body from the water once Takahiro-kun's done with you anyway. What does she use the bear for? Do I want to know? I kind of want to know. Isn't that blackmail? Oh, it is blackmail, alright. Now prepare yourself. The attack came a lot faster than I had anticipated. The wooden shaft aimed squarely at my midsection hit me straight and hard, knocking me back a few steps. I hissed as the pain of the impact spread, flexing my arms out. Mio sloshed forwards, waves of water splashing aside as she stomped onward. I pushed myself upwards, dodging another strike to my left. Go, go, Takahiro-kun! I moved in closer, trying to make her thrusts less effective thanks to the length of the mop handle, and aimed a blow towards her shoulder. To my surprise, she took the hit without moving an inch. If you're not going to put everything you have into this, you might as well stop calling yourself a man. My eyes narrowed a little, and I pulled back as a wide strike sought to slam into my side. Growling, I felt my anger flare. I quickly lashed out, smacking the mop handle away forcefully, and used the opportunity to get close once more. I managed to land a few jabs against her midsection and one to her shoulder before darting backwards as best as I could in the water. She appeared winded for a moment or two before she spun the mop in her hands, pushing it forwards again. Takahiro-kun! 3 times. Her next strike was a downward slash, which I caught between my hands. With a grin, I pulled hard on the stick and flung my foot upwards in an attempt to land a kick. She did the only sensible thing and let go of the mop, which let me toss it aside with ease. A swordswoman without a sword can't hope to beat an experienced martial artist. This match is lost. Surrender. I suppose I have no choice. As soon as she had said that, she spun around, lashing her leg upwards in a roundhouse kick that caught my jaw, knocking me back and almost landing me on my rear. Overconfidence gets you killed. The fight isn't over until your opponent is down. She stood in front of me, her fist raised in a stance I did not recognize. If she was quicker without a weapon than with, I didn't stand a chance of beating her. Her kicks were powerful, as the ache in my jaw reminded me, and she had plenty of stamina to go off of. There was only one way I could stop her, was to use that. That's not the only way to win a fight, you know. I stepped forward purposefully. I didn't need to attack her, just to get close. A few steps and I had her right where I needed her, cornered and unable to get past me. I took another step as she darted to one side, trying to get past my blockade. I looped an arm around her waist and braced myself for the counterattack I knew would follow. My left leg applied pressure against her knees, setting her down onto them, while my other arm grabbed her arms high above her head, my weight pressed down against her body. No! Hey, Takahiro-kun used the submission hold. I held her tightly, but not enough to cause pain. All I had to do was lower my right hand, which in return would put pressure on her body. I did so, slowly, showing her just what she was up against. Do you give up? Fine, you win! I grinned widely, chuckling to myself. I slowly helped her get to her feet, gradually releasing my hold. Try not to struggle when I release you, otherwise... But it was too late. Before I had a chance to warn her about the problem with that particular hold, she pulled away from my grip. He had her a missionary? If I'm understanding that correctly, then yes. The angle of her arms and the tightness of my arm around her waist caused her to close to tighten as she pulled away. Blood circulation had a tendency of getting cut off, occasionally causing people to faint. In this case, however, it was her clothes that paid the price for her impatience. Oh boy! It got better. Rip! As the girl turned to face me, her clothes tore, scattering into tiny pieces in the wind. Time seemed to slow to a halt as Mia looked down at herself, let out a scream, and just barely managed to cover herself. Mio? You! I tried to warn you. I swear this isn't some kind of secret judo technique. You stay back! Narumi! Yes, Mio-chan? Please get me a change of clothes. Yes, right away. I'll be back as soon as possible, I promise. For some reason, I'm feeling less like a hero, more like a villain. Narumi quickly rushed off, leaving Mio and myself to ourselves. It felt different from last night. Felt like I was walking on thin ice, as though one wrong word and she would begin to resent me the same way she resented spirits. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean for it to end up like this. It was an accident. So, you found my weakness. Huh? No, I swear, it was just an accident. That hold usually just makes your clothes tighter. Not that. I can't move. I've perfected every area of being cool and unrelenting, except nakedness. It's embarrassing. I don't think you'd have anything to hide. I mean, you should be proud of your body. It's not that. The thought of people staring at me, it makes me feel dizzy, like I can barely think. I actually admire that about Narumi. She doesn't have a single ounce of shame in her. Well, I think Narumi-chan would be the exception. Most girls would probably get embarrassed at being seen naked. I'm sure Narumi-chan will be here with her clothes soon. I'm not most girls. I shouldn't get incapacitated this easily. It's infuriating. That's a hard word. I lose all control of myself. I'm not sure, but maybe it's something you'll be able to train, a weakness to overcome. Can we do it now? Perhaps if you see... She began stammering uncontrollably, blushing from ear to ear, unable to finish her sentence. I began to panic. I had never seen a girl get this worked up before. I think it would be better if you asked Narumi-chan about that. But that won't work. I don't get like this when there are only girls around. I guess, but... I felt as though every male in both worlds were cursing me for my indecisiveness. Yes! Yes, we are! She is giving you consent. Take it! Just do it! God! At this very moment, a pretty girl stood before me, suggesting that I look at her naked, all for the sake of making her less embarrassed in the future. How could I call myself a man if I declined such an invitation? But are you really okay with, me? I can't think of anyone else to do it. Please, Takahiro, look at me. Was this really happening? If it was, this was the best type of training I had ever experienced. As Mia began to move her arm, I turned my head. Unfortunately, at the very moment the door slammed open, and in walked Maiko and Machiko wrapped in towels. It was nice of Elder Sama to allow us to use the baths. It will be nice to... Takahiro? Takani and the Tsundere Tyrant are doing naughty things. Wait, this is not what it looks like. Ah! And with that, the girl fainted again, slipping into the water before I had a chance to react. Alright, I think that's a good place to end the episode, so thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.